Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards. Use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we've got a 9 of Swords. I'm smiling because the card that volunteered is the Princess of Pentacles. And this is, to me, this is superabundance, right? This is everything that was, that is, or that will be is all manifesting for you. This is the crystallization of every effort, every desire, everything you touch turns to gold. This is really the supreme card of the tarot because this card contains everything else. Every other card, every potential energy here is manifested, is crystallized here. Okay? And of course, the first card we get is the 9 of Swords. So I feel as if lately you've been in kind of an unproductive mood. You know, I feel like you've been down on things lately, that you've been kind of suffering with yourself. You know, maybe things haven't been working out quite the way you want them to. And I feel like you have a tendency to get pretty hard on yourself. Yeah, 9 of Swords. There's light and shadow in every card, but sometimes it's hard to find the light in this one. Because this is the way we speak to ourselves. And it's not very kind, you know. But sometimes the 9 of Swords, and all the 9s really to me of the tarot, Wands, Cups, Swords, the Discs, all the 9s tend to contribute toward a motivational energy. They get us going, you know. And if there is any light in the 9 of Swords, it's that the way we're talking to ourselves, even if it is negative, maybe it is inspiring us to try, to do better, to keep going, to push forward, right? I don't like it. I don't like the way this is suggesting that we are being unkind to ourselves. Right? We're trying to find some sort of positive spin on this one, you know. I think we've been a little bit down lately. I think there have just been, things haven't really been working out so well. And, you know, it's starting to affect us. And we're starting to have doubts about ourselves. And maybe we've been kind of down in the dumps lately. All right? But I love that Princess of Pentacles. This is showing me that, hey, things are going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. Okay? So let's put this card into some context and let's see what's going on. Next card we have is the 2 of Pentacles. We're starting to get a kind of a little bit of a minion's face here. It's hard not to see the world through this kind of lens, right? Doesn't it look like a face? We've had this combination the other day too with, I think actually it was with the 7 of Cups, but here it is with the 9 of Swords. And I feel like this is the difficulty that we have right now, where it's hard for us not to see the world through this pair of kind of black and white lenses. Everything is either all good or all bad. Yeah. And it's, you know, when things aren't quite going our way, when we're in this kind of 9 of Swords mood, every little thing seems like the end of the world, right? Everything that happens is just, we tailspin, you know. And I remember kind of being I'm a solar Cancer, so I think this reading is just as much for me as it is for you. But this is a bonus reading, by the way. All right, I was already done filming for the day, but I had that idea. We got to do another one. Cancer needs something right now. Okay. And it's as much for me as it is for you, I feel. Your regular readings are still going to be Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay, this is an extra. But I remember being a kid, and when you're in that kind of 9 of Swords mood, when things are just not going well, and I've losing this confidence in myself, losing self-esteem. Every little thing is just like another reason to scream at the sky. I remember being in those moods as a kid, and then like I'm trying to tie my shoe, and it just can't, it's not working, or the shoelace breaks, and it's just like, it's the straw that broke the camel's back. It's that just that little thing. Doesn't mean much on its own. It's a shoelace, I got another one. But in that moment, it is just, it's the last thing I just cannot tolerate anymore, And so it's just, we're screaming at the heavens, we're shaking our fist at the sky, And it's hard not to see things that way. With the Two of Pentacles, it's hard not to see that things are bad, they will always be bad, And it's hard not to see our own worth in the external events. If things are going well, I feel like I'm a good person. If things are going bad, I feel like I'm worthless, right? We want to get out of that. High Priestess, full moon energy. The moon rules the sign of Cancer. This is not the moon card. This is the High Priestess card, but this is associated with the full moon. This is illuminating our true nature. This is illuminating that Cancer nature. You are ruled by the moon. I'd rather be ruled by the full moon than the new moon, right? I'd rather be led and inspired and motivated, and I'd rather follow the full moon, that illumination, than the darkness, than wander around in the dark in the nightmare land, right? So we've got the full moon energy. I think you're, especially in these states of kind of raw nerves, raw emotion that we see with that Nine of Swords, I feel like you're very receptive to everything. I think this card is talking about that sensitivity where it's just like, now, a bird looks at me the wrong way and I'm losing it. I break my shoelace and I'm shaking my fist at the heavens, yeah. Very sensitive to everything. And it's kind of like we get in this state where the littlest noise, the littlest sound is just amplified, and we feel like it is just someone's got a megaphone right in our face, I feel like you're someone who's prone to headaches or migraines, and it's that sort of thing where you're already in tremendous pain, and then someone turns on the light, or someone raises their voice a little bit in volume, and it's just, it's the worst, right? I feel like you suffer from those, and maybe those have been happening more lately, right? This is not a medical reading. I'm not a doctor or anything, but I feel like it's something that you're going through. I feel like this is now the dawning of this new moon energy, which means that our psychic aperture is opening. And we're letting in more of this light. We're letting in more of the positive divine energy, but then also we're letting in a lot of other stuff, And so it's hard to pick and choose. We could be completely shut down and closed off and not get anything. Or we could be wide open and we're taking in all the good stuff, but then there's some bad stuff that'll sneak in there once in a while, right? Philosophically speaking, what do, right? Do we completely shut down in order to avoid any negative energy coming in? Or do we go wide open and, I want all this good stuff. I want this superabundance. I want this happiness. So I'm going to take some of the negative stuff too. Okay. I think your path is being illumined before you. I think that you're really struggling with this internal conversation, really. What is this all for? Why am I doing any of this? What's the value of this? Where am I going? What is Spirit trying to show me? Why am I going through these things? Why do I feel this way? Yeah. Spirit will answer you. All right. Let's look at some more cards. The Six of Swords, the divine plan. I feel like at one point we thought we had everything figured out. Okay. That this was our plan for life. Things were going a certain way. This was it. I thought I knew everything. Everything fit together. This is that divine blueprint, right? This is that whole plan that we made for our life. And then, of course, things change. Plans change. Right now with this Nine of Swords, I don't feel like you're handling change all that well. I feel like when one little thing changes, we feel like it is, it's a personal attack almost, right? We're taking things very personally in that way. And I feel like that's part of the inner work that you're doing. Okay, this is something that I think is, it's kind of, it's amplifying the negative stuff, but I feel like it's preparing you for something. Okay, I feel like you have a very keen intuition. I feel like you know that this is kind of a an in-between, almost a liminal phase. That there's something major going on in your life right now. And it could be this very painful Nine of Swords energy is just some last-minute karma that we got to work out before this superabundance. Now, don't forget about that Princess of Pentacles that volunteered out of the deck. It wanted to say, Spirit wanted to say, look, everything is going to be fine. Your life is going to be amazing. You're going to have happiness and superabundance. But first, we got to deal with this. Your plans, the plans have changed. The plans aren't what they used to be. That's okay. We have up above everything the Three of Pentacles. You can work the new plan. You can learn as you go, right? The Three of Pentacles is a card of work, a card of really kind of adapting, knowing how much energy to put into everything and in order to make this machine kind of function optimally, right? So we see that something is kind of, maybe the plans really have derailed, right? But that's not a reason to stop working, to stop pushing, to stop. And if anything, let's use this as motivation to work even harder. See, the Three of Pentacles is Mars in Capricorn. We've been talking a lot about Capricorn for you, Cancer, lately, because Capricorn is your unconscious opposite energy. It's like your shadow side. It's like your alter ego. On the wheel of the zodiac, Capricorn is your opposite sign. Cancer and Capricorn, always with that opposite energy. So I feel like we have to be able to turn what seems like a negative thing, or these plans that have just been changed. Maybe the rug has been pulled out from under you. The plans have just collapsed. Something maybe it's completely ruined. We have to use that as motivation to just don't get sad, don't get depressed, get mad, right? Get fired up. You get this energy of this Three of Pentacles that says, I am going to just double my efforts. I'm going to put more energy into this, and I'm going to get it done. Of course, at the same time, we're being led by Spirit. We're being led by that moon, right? The moon rules the sign of Cancer. And what that typically means for Cancer is that with the waxing and the waning of the moon, our mood, our enthusiasm, our energy waxes and wanes. Sometimes we're very outgoing, sometimes we're not. Sometimes we're very optimistic and cheerful, sometimes we're not. Depends on the phases of the moon, right? The moon is that strobe light that slowly, that light that just goes in and out and in and out. And when it's out, we're not doing anything. We're staying home. But right now, that light is increasing. I feel like this is if this isn't the full moon, this is the waxing moon. Okay, this light is increasing for you. So you're starting to see the kind of the clarity. You're getting some sense of the purpose and the meaning of all of this change, all of this plan. We thought things were going one way. There's this card of change that's put us into this funk, right? But with this increasing of the light psychically, we're starting to understand, oh, okay, I see what's going on. This is starting to make some sense now. Maybe I overreacted a little bit. The Three of Pentacles is saying, okay, I kind of know what I need to do now in order to keep moving forward. The plans that I were expecting, the progress and maybe the navigation, the route that I thought I would take is different now. But I see why. Maybe Spirit was trying to navigate us away from a bigger disaster. And we didn't realize that. We just thought, my whole day's ruined. Well, there was a reason for that. It was to protect you from something way worse, right? That's kind of what I'm feeling here. But let's keep going. Let's see, what is the future position here? Well, a Knight of Swords, fire and air. This is a really an incoming rush of air energy. And to me, this feels like that sudden kind of aha moment of, I understand all of this now. There's clarity here, and there's I see the purpose for all of this change, you know? And so I feel like we're snapping out of that Nine of Swords. Something is, and it could really just be the waxing of this lunar light, and the illumination, the clarity. We're starting to see how everything really does fit together, and why things have changed the way they have. We're starting to realize that we've dodged a bullet, and I think we snap out of this right away. You know, it feels like it's kind of an abrupt clearing of the headspace, you know. But let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And we're just going to set it down over here. We're going to put Alien Simon Moore Gripley right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation we need. If you have a prediction, drop it in the comments. All right? We're going to talk about the path of the serpent now, and as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. And it really helps out the channel, and I really do truly appreciate that. All right, here we go. Path of the Serpent, general energy. Yeah, see, 5 of Pentacles. All this change, we're worried about it. All this change is making us uneasy, you know. Things are different than what we expected, and now we feel like everything is just chaos, right? And it might be one of these situations where, like, the shoelace broke. Now my whole day is ruined. Now everything is cascading downhill, right? And I feel like that's kind of what this card is talking about. And we do that as Cancers, don't we? I mean, it's okay to admit that sometimes those little things just kind of add up into this really just frustrated energy. Okay? And so what the 5 is saying is that we need to stabilize things. Okay? We need to, the 5 needs to become a 4 or a 6. The 5, it doesn't stay a 5. Anytime we get a 5, it automatically suggests the need for stability. So what do we have in the position of the environment? Oh, we've got another court card here. Now we've got our 3 court cards. So I wonder if there is if there is a part of you that knows better, so to speak, or if there is someone in your life, a significant other, maybe a fire sign person, maybe an older female, but someone that you rely on in a way to kind of snap you out of it. Maybe it's this, maybe it's the Knight of Swords. I feel like it's coming from this Queen of Wands, though. I feel like this is somebody that is able to tell you how things really are. You know, that very kind of tough love, that very blunt energy in your life. I don't know who it is, a friend, family member, maybe it's your spouse or significant other, but they kind of, they put things into perspective for you, right? And sometimes we need that because as a Cancer, we tend to get carried away by whatever phase the moon is in, right? Everything is, if it's either the new moon or the full moon, everything is either very, very good. And see, we even have that suggested in the 2 of Pentacles, right? The new moon and the full moon. So everything is either all good or all bad. There are phases in between. And maybe this is either that part of you or that person around you that helps you to put things in perspective. Yeah. And helps us, hopefully, to stabilize ourselves and realize that we're still working toward this abundance. This was the first card that came out today, and we could have just left it at this. We could have just said, hey, Cancer, you're getting super abundance. You're getting everything you need. You're going to be happy. Everything that you're trying to do is going to manifest. All of your potential is going to crystallize. We're all good. Okay? See you later. Video's over. But in order to come to this belief, in order to acknowledge that this is what's happening, that this is possible, we have to go through all this other stuff. And it sucks, and I know. What is the obstacle to us realizing our superabundance. The Tower, again, it's just the change. This gets worse until it finally breaks the camel's back. See, we start with a 2, and then it cascades into a 5, and now it's a full-on tower. Right now, it's just like it started with the shoelace, and it just snowballed into a tower event, right? And I don't know if it actually is a tower event or not, but it kind of sometimes we can be really like fatalist, people. That it really sometimes feels as if this is just the icing on a really, really bad cake. This is like it's been one disaster after another, and everything piling up on you feels like it's going to break. Feels like it's this tower moment. So I feel like we do need the perspective. We need to be able to shift our light a little bit. Maybe it's just a matter of waiting for that lunar tide to change, and waiting for a little bit more of that lunar energy to wax, right? That light. And then that gives us the perspective. And so maybe it isn't really anything that we need to do. Maybe we need to do nothing, right? Maybe if we act now, we're acting on a kind of incorrect perspective. If we wait for that lunar energy to increase and our mood shifts into one of more clarity and more optimism, then we can act. Then we can make a move, right? So this might be a card that says we don't want a tower event. So maybe we just stay calm. There we go. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups as the final outcome card. It is Venus in Cancer. And it's love. And it's optimism and it's joy. And it's just saying, hey, I feel so much better now. Maybe we have to let this day pass, or let this energy pass. Don't make any drastic moves. Don't make any big decisions right now. Let whatever feeling this is, let it wash. Try to not identify so much with it. Let it wash away from you. Things are going to be absolutely okay. There's love. This is the glue that holds everything together. Keep it holding everything together until the moment we snap out of it. And I don't know, maybe this isn't so much us snapping out of it as this is the potential for you to make a sudden decision, right? It's fire and air. It's kind of like making a snap judgment, snap decision, an impulsive decision. Yeah. So maybe we want to avoid this. And so while we're in this state of being, let's not make any big decisions. Let's let it pass. Okay, until we get to this really, really good water, we feel better, we have a good perspective, and we know what the next move is. We know what we need to do. Having this Princess of Discs is really the hopeful thing. This is what keeps it going, right? Without this, it's kind of a lot of potential, a lot of what ifs and maybes. This is not a maybe. This is certainty. Right? This is happiness and superabundance. This will pass. This is entering your life. This is all around you right now, and it's just a matter of continuing to build that, continuing to put our effort into that. And it's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever built like I've had this kind of experience with a lot of different things. You're trying to build something. You're trying to fix the car. You're trying to build a computer or whatever it is. And it's just you drop the screws. You drop your wrench down in the engine compartment. Just all these things are going wrong. You accidentally cut a cable and you got like fluid, spraying out of the engine or whatever. It's just one thing after another is just going wrong. You bang your finger or something. And then eventually you just want to just smash the whole thing. You kind of want the tower. You kind of just want to break the whole thing and just smash it, We don't do that. Don't smash it. Don't smash anything. But I understand that impulse. When things are going so wrong that we just kind of want to say, forget it, and take it all apart. I don't want it, send it back. Yeah. But we don't do that, right? We wait for the light to grow, to increase. we find the Two of Cups, and we can recognize that Princess of Pentacles. Let's look at the mystery card. I already know what I want. Empress, right? I want to see that we are that our life is teeming with abundance and pleasure and joy and satisfaction. And this is just a day or whatever, maybe a week, where we don't really see it. It's still there, but we're just not seeing it right now. So just wait. Hang tight, as they say, right? Got to be the Empress. What do you think it is? Drop a comment. Let's see. Oh, my word, yes. Oh, I love it so much. This is gonna be great. Okay? All this abundance, this is the Empress card. All this abundance is here. Okay? Your world, your life is teeming with consciousness and spirit, beauty, love, joy. All of this is around you. All of this is in your life. And I feel like we're just not seeing it right now. And so we're not really in a position to make the very best decisions at the moment. But this is Spirit's confirmation. Okay? Superabundance, happiness, love, pleasure. This is paradise. This is the land of milk and honey. And we know that we have to keep working toward that. It's not just something that drops in our lap. That's why the Three of Pentacles is here. Mars and Capricorn. Just work harder. Just keep going, right? Don't let this situation or this state of mind or this mood, destroy what you've already built. Okay? This is beautiful. And I think this is going to make you really, really happy. We just got to kind of wait this out, right? And maybe the Three of Pentacles is saying, take out some of this frustrated energy in a different way. I've seen they have these these businesses you could go to where you just put on some safety glasses and you can smash stuff. Sometimes I feel like I need to do that, And I think we all would benefit from doing that from time to time in a very safe and controlled way. This is maybe part of that, that says we've got to let this energy out in some other way. Calm down, let it pass, let the light dawn, let the perception grow, let the light in, and we can see the abundance, and we can see that our future is one of happiness and superabundance, and it's beautiful. And we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there should be a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Cancer, usually Tuesday and Friday. I knew something was going on. I came back into the studio, filmed this bonus reading for you. You'll still get your reading Tuesday and Friday, though. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. Doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Leave a comment. Let me know that this is the first time watching. Please subscribe. Become part of the family. There's room for everybody here. Okay? I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.